Hello everybody out there, and welcome back to the RostyMaths channel, and welcome to another video. Now this is my year 7 series. I'm going to work on some ratio, some simple ratio today because the sun is out and it looks glorious. I thought it would be a good idea to work in the garden, so it's pretty cool. I'm wearing my t-shirt. You can tell that summer is coming. Anyway, without any further ado, I'm going to go straight into what we're doing today. Now, when we talk about ratio, we talk about representing our answer as one number with the semicolons and another number like that. Now, once we represent the numbers like this, well, what does this really mean? So, for example, if I decided that I am going to have some, I don't know, some counters in a bag, and from my counters, I have got 4 red counters and I've got 5 blue counters in a bag. Now, what is my ratio of counters? Now, the ratio of counters is really simple and straightforward. You literally write down the numbers you see, but it does go in an order. So if I have got red to blue, then I have got 4 red to 5 blue. You can't mix those numbers up, because if I then switch it around and I say blue to red, then I have to switch those numbers around as well and say that this is 5 to 4. So the first thing that we're learning here today is that the order of your ratio does matter. You can't just put any number anywhere. Okay, here's the second thing that we need to know about ratio today, and that is that you can't just represent your ratio as a fraction just using the numbers you've got. So what do I mean by that? Like, for example, you can see here that we have got 9 counters altogether. We've got 4 red and 5 blue. So if I then ask you, don't look at the ratio, if I then ask you what fraction of my counters are red, then we're going to say that red is equal to 4/9, because we got 4 red out of 9 counters. And the same thing, I can say that my blue is 5/9. Now, how does that relate to my ratio? Well, as you can see from my ratio here, it's 5 or 4 to 5. If I go red to blue, it's 4 to 5. But if I add the 4 and the 5, I get 9. So you can see then that I can use ratio to represent my answer as a fraction. So the first thing you must do is add your ratio together. So if I add 5 plus 4, I get 9, which means that the red is 4 out of 9 and the blue is 5 out of 9. And it's as simple as that to represent your ratio. Anyway, I hope that you understand the basic concept of ratio now, so you can write a ratio using the data you've been given, and then you can also represent that ratio as a fraction. The very last thing I'm going to do today, which I did not plan to do, but the last thing I'm going to do today is to show you how to simplify a ratio. So for this one, I'm going to keep using my 4 to 5. And so if I have got ratio of red to blue being 4 to 5, I can scale up my ratio or scale it down. Let's scale it up first. What if I doubled my red ratios, and my red counters? So if I doubled my red counters, then I now have 8 red counters. Then I need to also double my blue counters to give me 10 blue counters. Okay, and we double it by just multiplying by 2 and multiplying by 2 like that. And that's how you scale up a ratio. You can also simplify ratios by doing the same thing. So I am going to go for a completely different ratio now, and then we're going to scale it up and down. So now let me get rid of all of the stuff I've got here, and I'm going to have a ratio that says 6 to 15. That's a different ratio. It doesn't matter what it's for, but it's a different ratio. How do I scale that ratio down? Well, look for a common factor between your ratio. So what is the common factor between 6 and 15, particularly the highest common factor? Well, the highest common factor is 3. So if I divide by 3 on both of them, I will have my ratio in its simplest form, which is going to be 2 to 5 there. So that ratio 6 to 15 is exactly the same as 2 to 5. All right, did you get that? I hope you did. If this video was useful to you, smash that like button. Don't forget to subscribe below and hit that notification bell so you don't miss other uploads like this. But anyway, that's the beginning of ratio done. I'll see you on the next one though. Until then, peace.